America's First Lady, Michelle Obama, has put this issue front and center and is leading a national campaign to improve nutrition to help kids get the 60 minutes of active and vigorous play they need every day to be healthy. Let's Move aims to solve the epidemic of childhood obesity within a generation. It's designed to give parents the support they need, provide healthier food in schools, help our kids to be more physically active, and make healthy, affordable food available in every part of the country. On the nutrition side, President Obama has proposed a healthy food financing initiative to invest $400 million a year to provide innovative financing, to bring grocery stores to underserved areas, to help places such as convenience stores and bodegas carry healthier food options. Grants will be offered to help bring farmers markets and fresh foods into underserved communities, boosting both family health and local economies. How is the National Park Service helping to fight childhood obesity? Two ways. One obvious, one maybe less so. First, the parks are great venues for outdoor recreation. We manage 84 million acres of land, 4.5 million acres of oceans and lakes, 85,000 miles of rivers and streams, 43,000 miles of shoreline, and offer more than 17,000 miles of trails, everything from an easy 1/2 mile loop to the 2,175-mile long Appalachian Trail. And a good many of them, like the new 5.5 mile trail at Minuteman National Historical Park outside of Boston, offers walkers and bikers a taste of history with their morning constitutional. But even with 285 million visitors last year, most of our 392 parks are underutilized. 50% of our visitors are concentrated in just 24 parks. 75% of our visitors at only 61 parks. We have nearly 100 parks with less than 50,000 visitors. Virtually every one of our parks, whether they are small historic sites or large scenic landscapes located in urban areas, the suburbs, or the rural heartland, offer huge opportunities to their communities, not only for the reasons they were created, to preserve something of outstanding natural or cultural significance, but as safe and welcoming places to get outside and be active. So we are ratcheting up public outreach, looking for ways to connect more parks to more people, to make parks more welcoming to visitors of all interests, to new audiences, and to promote parks to new audiences we may not have reached before. Some things are easy. We learned a few years ago that by including visitors in our photos, potential visitors could more readily see themselves in the park, rather than viewing it as some extreme and unattainable spot reached only through hours of treacherous rock climbing. We learned that by showing families with small children taking a hike in a park, other families are more willing to give it a try. And we learned that camping may have skipped a generation. Many parks have started offering Camping 101 classes to help parents learn basic skills, setting up a tent, cooking over a camp stove, and develop a confidence they need to offer their children the overnight experiences that many of them never had as kids. So national parks are places to be active. It's our obvious role in the campaign to end childhood obesity. Our less obvious role is our work to help communities create close-to-home recreational opportunities through funding, technical assistance, and other support. Projects like, in Arkansas, Recreational Trails and Conservation Assistance Program has a program called Pathways to Healthy Living, has teamed up with Physicians Heart Clinic, the City of Little Rock, and the state's Departments of Health, Parks and Tourism, and the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers to help reduce the state's staggering rates of heart disease and obesity, with the construction of a 24-mile Arkansas River Trail, a key feature of the Medical Mile, an outdoor linear health museum that uses a variety of artistic and architectural expressions to promote the health benefits of physical activity and other wellness themes. The Max K. Rhodes Park in Brevard County, Florida. This 134-acre park offers neighbors the use of ball fields, a playground, nature trail, a fishing pier, thanks to the Land and Water Conservation Fund grant, one of nearly $30 million awarded last year. In New Jersey, staff from our Recreational Trails and Conservation Assistance Program worked with local residents and organizations to create safety and marketing programs, a website, and a trail guide for paddlers to enhance access to 220 miles of the Delaware River Water Trail. In Washington, D.C., Hikers and mountain bikers enjoy the 7.9-mile Fort Circle Park Trail that connects historic forts built to defend the nation's capital during the Civil War. The trail is part of a network of more than 1,000 national recreational trails covering more than 12,000 miles, administered in partnership with the National Park Service. While we invite every American and lovers of national parks everywhere to visit America's national parks, we don't have one in every community. But through our work with nearly every one of the more than 3,000 counties in America, the National Park Service is helping to provide on-the-ground, close-to-home places for active play, outdoor fun, and exercise for the entire family. One of the key themes of the White House Conference on America's Great Outdoors that I mentioned earlier is reconnecting people to the outdoors. Across the planet, there are more than 100,000 protected areas, covering nearly 12 million square miles. An outdoors managed by all levels of government and nonprofit organizations that covers 12% of the Earth's surface. Those of us in this room represent many of those protected areas, and we embrace the call to reconnect people to the outdoors, to their parks. We know that our parks cannot survive without a constituency that stands for their values and supports their health. It's our responsibility to help people find that value, to make these places that matter to them. We also know that these parks can be a literal lifeline for many. And again, it's our responsibility to reach out our hand and help them find these places where they can regain their own health. In my country, too many people are sitting in front of computer screens, and too few people are out under the stars. Too many people are watching reality TV rather than experiencing real places. It's time to change that. Too much is at stake, from the health of our open spaces to the health of our fellow citizens. Brian O'Neill understood that. That's why he devoted his career to not just inviting people to visit Golden Gate, but to actively engage in decisions about the park's future, the creation of places to play and to learn. He wanted people to have that threshold experience, then become invested in the park to make it their own. After Brian's death, his twin brother Alan wrote movingly about their mother's love affair with the American West and the regular 3-week-long camping trips that they took to national parks in the family station wagon. Alan also reminisced about the travel company that he and Brian started in 1963 when they were still in college. He wrote, "We took high school and college kids on camping trips out west. The trips were between 30 and 45 kids and about 5 weeks long. We always chartered a Trailways bus and the same driver, but took the bus to places where the normal chartered buses feared to go. It wasn't about making money to us. It was about experience and seeing how kids were changed by the exposure to nature. Educating the kids about special places we visited was our primary motivation. It was natural that my brother and I ended up in conservation work, given the experiences we had growing up. Parks affect us all.